Hello everyone. In OutSystems, there are two commonly used conditional widget. So that is an if statement or an if widget and a switch statement or an if widget. So which one should you use in your application? In our example today, we have here a simple drop down of priorities. And then every time the user selects an item from the drop-down, I'll simply echo whatever has been selected by the user. So let me show you our data tab first. So I have here a static entity named priority, and it has three records: low, medium, and high. So pretty straightforward. If I switch back to the interface, you can see that we have two local variables, one selected priority. This will handle the user input. And then we also have a priority text, which will handle the text version of our of what has been selected by the user. Also, we have get priorities aggregate. Basically, this will fetch the data that we have from our priority table. So in our case, it's low, medium, and high. But what I want to highlight here actually is I have set an onChange property for the dropdown. So currently it's using the onChange underscore switch, but I have another implementation using the if statement. In fact, let me show you that first. So using an if statement, this is how I'm gonna do it. So essentially you will drag an if widget on your flow, and then you will provide the condition. So I'll check if the selected priority is low. Then if it's true, I'll set the priority text to low. Otherwise, I'll check further if the selected priority is medium. If it's true, then I'll set the priority text accordingly. Otherwise, I'll check further if the selected priority is high, then I'll set the priority text accordingly. So this is the if implementation, which is pretty much decent. However, I have another implementation using the switch, which I think would be most appropriate for this case. And as you can see, a switch statement can have more than two um, conditions. So in our case, we have three: one for low, another for medium, and another for high. So whatever the user has selected, I'll set the priority text accordingly. Please note as well that there is an otherwise branch of the switch. So if none of the conditions above are met, then it will execute the otherwise branch. So make sure to also set this up in your code. So there, which one should you use, an if widget or a switch widget? So I would say a rule of thumb, if you have just two branches, true or false, then an if statement would be most appropriate. But if you have more than two, in fact, if you have multiple conditions or branches, then I would say a switch statement would be more efficient and cleaner because you just have one statement or widget in your flow. So yeah, finally, let's take a look at this on the browser. So in here, I have the drop down with low, medium, and high. If I select low, it will simply echo that I selected low. The same goes for medium and high. So if you find value in this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.